Hello again, YouTube, and welcome to what's probably going to be a pretty long one here. This is OSS 187. This one is a $2,650 buy-in. We had 220 players show up, generating a prize pool of 550,000, and, well, the people who almost made the final table are right there. The thing is, the day 2 lobby was just with the final few players. So the final 27, as you can see. So yeah, I can't really go in much further without spoiling the final table. So I might as well just start now. The reason why I say it's probably going to be a long one is this one had 20-minute blinds through and through. So we will almost certainly be here a while. We have plenty of blinds to go around for everybody except for Marcus Bagwell. So this will be a long and hopefully not angry one like last time, because I was kind of a B word in the last one. But now that I know there's actually a button, there's actually a setting that allows you to do the incredibly stupid and pointless move. Wow, folding to a min-raise with Jack 8 in the big blind. I don't know about that one. It wasn't under the gun min-raise, but I would have at least seen a flop there. I mean, it's not like we're not deep. 2.5x from DXCB. But yeah, that horrible move that I hate so much, which is completely pointless. The almost all-in at final table. Now that I know that there's actually a setting for that, I will do my best to not be too vehement at the players themselves. Just lament the fact that it's actually an option. Okay, I'm winning anyway. We've already seen a couple times on one of these final tables. Flops top pair, ZXCV flops middle pair. And those pairs are aces and kings, so both with very good reason to think they're pretty good right now. Although after that call, yeah, I would probably expect a check back there, especially being in position and everything. Ten of spades completes a lot of draws out there, but I'm winning anyway with two pair. Probably has the freedom to bet out maybe 450 or so. Although these days it's probably 750 because everybody loves to bet big on the rip. Nope, checked. Wow. Well, ZXCB with an easy check back. Bit of a missed value bet, I would say, by I'm winning anyway. Although I'm not sure how much ZXCB would have called. Because, like I said, that card completed a whole lot of draws. Spooky action, taking way longer than he should to fold 5-7 offsuit. Mini Machel does not want to play King 8. Oh, I just realized Mini Mal, is that a play on the fact that he or she's got a Minnie Mouse avatar? I'd like to believe that. They're from Croatia, but I'm sure Disney characters have found their way to Croatia. They've probably found their way to the moons of Jupiter by now. Another raise from I'm winning anyway. And this time we do have a big blind who's willing to call with a decent enough hand. This time it's Ace 8. And that would have been a real good spot to donk bet, but I do kind of understand it. He's outchipped by I'm winning anyway by 3.5 to 1. I'm winning anyway, though, just sits on it. He's got bottom pair, doesn't think it's really worth betting. Neither hand's really worth betting all that much. If I'm winning anyway, bets here, it's not for value. It's because he thinks that he can make the short stack fold. He's not going to bet. 4 cards to a straight out there now. Check from August. I'm winning anyway. Last chance to bet, but will he? Nah, he's just going to take that pair of sixes, show it down, and wind up a little disappointed. You can see these guys have all guaranteed themselves $18,900 off their $26.50 buy-in. Not bad. Definitely not bad. And he makes it 6x with 10x total. So he is all in. See? I'm getting better. I'm really trying to not let that tilt me. But anybody who's watched me before knows how much I hate that move. I don't need to expound upon it. I'm going to be here for a while. I don't want to waste energy getting mad at how stupid that play is. Then I turn over a new leaf. I may actually stop in the middle of this one. I don't plan on breaking this one into 2 videos. I've done that before, but that's probably not something I should do for a commentary. I'm winning anyway with a raise, and wow, a fold by the pocket sevens. I was expecting a re-raise there every time, but he just doesn't feel it right now. The reason why I think it's a bad idea to split commentary into 2 halves is the second video necessarily is going to have its own thumbnail, and you're kind of going to be able to see who gets knocked out in the early part of or part 1 based on who's not there on the second video. Could always just, make my own thumbnail, but I'm lazy. I don't know what to say. Marcus with a potential all-in here, but scary. I wouldn't blame him for folding here. I do blame him for raising to a really stupid number. I mean, there's nothing stupid about 600,000, but you know what I mean. I hate that place so much. I really hate it. It's just obnoxious. I don't know why. I don't know how numbers can be obnoxious, but they totally can. One queen 10 folds and another queen 10 should call, but that's the same guy who folded jack 8 to an under the gun raise from I'm winning anyway. Okay, he does call this time with a slightly better hand. I'm winning anyway with a little bit of help on that flop. Needs a 4 for a straight. But more importantly, he's got ace-king. And his opponent took a while to call from the big blind, and he's going to make that really, really small continuation bet that everybody except me loves. But it should be good enough anyway, because 22 Doutrinador has queen high and no draw. I don't know why he's tanking here. Was thinking about making some kind of move, just didn't want to make it in the end. I'm not going to get mad at that either, because I really do think that he might have been thinking of something, because I'm winning anyway with his experience level and his chip stack is going to mess around with you quite a bit, and he was technically messing around with him there too. So his instincts were there, just didn't want to risk any more of his chips than he needed to. I think we've all been there. Anyone who's played poker has been in that spot. You just got to protect those last chips like a mother bird. That flop, very nice for a minimal. Everyone's got 2 overs, so I don't know if the hand will be over with 1 bet here. Well, we'll never know now. That 9 of clubs is not a very enticing card for anyone, really. Gotta hand it to I'm winning anyway in how he's not just constantly blasting away post-flop. We can see that it'd probably work here. Well, maybe not for minimal. But he's not constantly doing it. He's mixing up his game. That's why he's so successful. He's not sticking to one track. Oh, there's a nice bluff. And that really is a complete bluff. Jack high, no draw at all. The draw will stick around, and I'm winning anyway, seeing a bet and a call in front of him, I'm sure will not be long for this hand. And 7 of hearts, the flush comes home for minimal. She probably is hoping that her Finnish counterpart has an 8. I'll give him a straight, of course. Minimal, though, is going to bet here, I'm sure, and she is not getting called. Still a 2,064,000 pot. Very nice. I like the sizing, too. Just under half pot. If he had an 8, or maybe even a 9, I don't think he could say no to that. So I like the sizing there. You had to have $2,650 in your poker bankroll to even play in this one, so you can expect this to be very high quality. This one should be quick. I don't know. I can't really confirm or deny if any of these guys were multi-tabling at the time. I will try not to be irritated by all the tanking either. Because I know I went too far in my last video. My last video, I was just mauling constantly for the first 75% of the video. I know I went too far, and I want to change my ways. I need to recognize that some of these guys are multi-tabling. I don't know why you would, when you're at a $2,650 tournament final table. You really should put the other one to the side and focus just on this. But I need to recognize that some of these guys are actually multi-tabling, and that's why they're wasting so much time. Because they're thinking about something else. Did both these guys pick up and down straight draws? They need each other's cards to fill it. Well, not necessarily, of course. 5 works for August. Queen works for I'm winning anyway. I believe the last time I saw I'm winning anyway, he did win at his final table. He is a very accomplished player. I do not know his real name. But I would not be at all surprised if he had a resume IRL. The 6 pairs August, which is good enough to take the lead, but I think he'd just as soon not hit that card, because it just made it a little bit more likely that his opponent already has a straight. And indeed, I'm winning anyway, just barely missed on his own draw. There's the jack. Okay, so they both miss their draw, but they both pair up. Somehow. They both hit just the wrong card. I'm winning anyway. Probably just going to check this one back. Actually, the board's not quite as coordinated as it looks. Maybe he will go for some thin value here. It is a pretty coordinated board, but I think the only draw that got there on the river was Queen 10. He does go for half pot, actually, which is more than I was expecting. August left with just a pair of 6s and a pretty short stack. Yeah. Good lay down there. Yeah, this is going to be a long one, all right. When will the first elimination occur? Leave your bets in the live chat that doesn't exist because this is a recording. I will reward anyone in the live chat who guesses correctly. And you can't be mad at me when I don't reward anybody because there is no live chat. I can't break my word when it's already broken. Double gutter now for spooky action. I'm winning anyway with a pair. I don't think he's going anywhere yet. Just slowly chipping up. Slowly and efficiently. King of Clubs completes a lot of draws, but none of the ones that these guys were wanting. Spooky action. I would say if you're going to bet the turn, you should bet the river, because that is a really, really good bluff card. 900,000 maybe? Oh! And I'm winning anyway, gets a free pass. Very obvious check back spot there. I'm sorry, but he had chips to play with there, and that's as good of a bluff card as you're going to get there. I really think he should have at least tried. But maybe he just has a lot of respect for I'm winning anyway and thinks that he's going to pick him off. There is always that. Maybe these two have played with each other, and Spooky Action's been caught bluffing by I'm winning anyway a lot, and just didn't think it was worth it. Alright, they both again need each other's kicker to fill their draws. Marcus with the additional out of an 8. Frankly, if I'm Marcus there with under 10 big blinds there, I just open shove. Yeah, he's going to shove for you. Now, you have to... Oh, wow, he does make the call. But, thing is, I'm okay with just flatting pre-flop because you have that option. You might as well at least see what the flop is before going further, because nobody else is to act. But once you actually get help, and you've got under 10 bigs, just shove. That way your opponent might fold, and if not, you got your outs. You don't want to be the one being forced to put in all your chips on just a draw, but he did. Kudos to him, and he is actually in decent shape here, although overwhelmingly likely to be a chop. It's going to be a chop if anything other than a 3, 5, or 8 comes. 3 or 8 for Marcus, 5 for I'm winning anyway. 8! And we get the double up for Marcus Bagwell. How about that? The draw comes home in the end. And he's suddenly got a lot of power behind that chip stack. How about that? Our short stack... Oh, we got a new short stack. August. But Marcus now has a solid 21.75 big blinds. I do want to turn over a new leaf, but I know that... Oh, hello! Queen 7 offsuit raises about a third of his stack. That's brave. And it works. Button versus blind. Not that different from blind versus blind. King Jack goes into the muck under the gun. Okay, this 22 Deltrinador is definitely the tightest at the table. Galetta de Roy folds Queen Jack. He's the other tight guy. Both of the Brazil players are playing very, very tight so far. Not profiling, just saying that just happens to be the case. Marcus with a decision here with a couple 8s. Could just call, could shove. He's going to fold. Wow, okay, so he's also playing tight. I kind of get that because he just doubled up. He doesn't want to, potentially lose some of the chips he just picked up. I kind of get that, but pocket 8s against the guy who's raising every other hand, I don't know, man. I think you got to stick it in there again. That's a really good 3-bet all-in stack. Or if you absolutely must just call, then at least call. Alright, terrible flop. Who bets first? Minimal and Deltrinador, of course, we've established is playing very tight. But he calls here. Okay, he's not wrong. He's got the king high. It is good. Minimal now has a straight draw to the 5. But it's a lot bigger here. Deltrinador still has king high and no draw. We know he is thinking because he called that first bet. And he called again. That is impressive. Figures that nothing at all. He might as well keep going because nothing changed on that 2. And he gets a free pass to this river. Well done. The king high is good. Okay. So he's no coward. He just doesn't want to enter too many pots. But when he does enter the pot, he can be sticky. That's a pretty interesting dichotomy going on here. That was impressive. Couple of kings for spooky action. Queen 10 suited calls. This time the Trinator does have a bad hand. I'm winning anyway. We'll at least call with the ace 9 suited. Let's see what he does. I would probably just call. He has no idea what to do. Oh, he's going to re-raise. Spooky action is not going to let him get away with that. Easy all-in for him, and that's going to be a pickup of 1.5 million total. I'm winning anyway. Cannot call here. I think. He's only getting 2-1 on a call here. He's got to fold. Big pickup for the Pocket Kings. Pocket Jack's very next hand. Interesting. ZXCB has Ace Jack, which I've seen folded a lot pre-flop in these final tables. Just a call would be fine. He folds it too. Nobody likes Ace Jack. It is actually my second least favorite hand, although the last few times I played, it actually worked pretty well for me. But nobody on ACR likes Ace Jack. Nobody. To a man, nobody wants to play Ace Jack. I don't hate it nearly as much as I hate Pocket Nines. We're at the 30-minute mark. We haven't lost anybody yet. This is impressive. I mean, it was moving at an absolutely glacial pace just to get to this final table, I can tell you that. And they don't seem to be all keen on speeding up yet. Spooky action with 4 spades. August with King High and dwindling chip stack. That card might keep him in it, though. The King High at least has some merit on a double-paired board. Spooky action, I think, will call the min bet just because it's a min bet. It still has the spades. Of course, they lose their luster on a double-paired board. But it's a min bet. Okay. 2 of spades. 2 of diamonds. August has the King High. Checks it. Spooky action now. Technically isn't playing the board, but, like, come on. Knows he can only win by bluffing. And he goes for a full pot bet. August with King High is good. Don't really know what he was hoping for, though. By betting the minimum and then checking. He's going to have to make this tough decision here. Now, that 2 couldn't have changed anything, right? If we can agree on that, then he can make this call. He's probably hoping for just a chop. But he is thinking about this. This is obviously a critical moment for a short stack, and he does lay it down. The bluff works. I think August's mistake was only min betting on the turn. If he bet like 260, I think Spooky Action does dump the baby flush draw. It's so much easier to see that from an outside perspective, of course. When you are short stacked, it is just so hard to maneuver around when you don't have much of a hand. August with potential shove. Nope. Spooky Action starting to find his rhythm and be a bit of a bully himself. The XCV has been fairly tight. Just folding the Ace Jack is always pretty tight. 5-4 diamonds. Dolcinador does not like it. I'm winning anyway. We'll probably raise here too. He's been raising almost every hand so far. Blinds up to 70,140. Oh, he does fold. All right. King Jack suited versus Jack 8 off. Okay, that's way too big of a shove. When you're basically tied for 5th, or tied for 4th even, at, at an 8-handed table, you probably shouldn't be open shoving. That's a fine open shove. That's just 10 big blinds. The Trinidor, yeah, you don't call all in for 10-9, dude. Unless there is Jean-Robert Ballon all in. If you know, you know. I love Jean-Robert Ballon. Mini Mall. Easy 3-bet. Spooky action. Not an easy decision here. I usually just snap call because there's potential, but these guys know how to fold ace-jack. Apparently folding ace-jack every single time you get it is the key to winning on America's Card Room. That's what I was missing. Even though I actually won more than I've lost with it on ACR, I think. On replay poker, I lost a lot more than I won. But that was fake money. For the real money website, I actually won a lot with it. I'm winning anyway, again going for the rather large open shove with King 5. I really don't like that. All that has to happen is Galete wakes up with a big hand, and all of a sudden you just punted off 3 million with no reason. I really don't see why you can't just make it 3x or maybe 4x or 3.5, and that wouldn't accomplish almost as much. Now Galete de Royce has a couple of kings, makes a small raise. I'm winning anyway with just 8-4. I do like the small raise. Uh-oh. Marcus Bagwell on the comeback trail. August might even be able to accommodate him here. If it folds around to him, that's got to be tempting to be a shoving spot. On the other hand, it's a short stack and he just raised under the gun. He does just call, very good. And he completely airballs that flop, so he can actually get away from this. Good for August. He's still going to be with us. Reasonable bet size. 3rd pot. Not insanely small, but not minimum. At least Marcus won a little more than the minimum. See, 3x. That's all you really need. Marcus is going to fold this 10-4 easily. I think that's more an online thing. I don't see a whole lot of excessive shoving in IRL poker, at least not that I've watched lately. This is getting through. No way these hands call him. Spooky with certainly a raising candidate. As the largest stack remaining with cards. ZXCV. Just how tight is he playing? Let's find out. Oh, not that tight. He is going to reshove with the suited ace. He's got a really good three-bet shoving stack. So that'll buy him plenty of time before he has to go crazy again. We're now past the 40-minute mark and we still have 8 people here. More Queen-8 Diamond fun with I'm winning anyway. Spooky action declines the 7-9. Minimal certainly going to play a little bit. Or a lot. Just a call. And Dotrinador has a terrible hand. He is playing tight, but yeah, that hand sucks. And that flop sucks for Minimal. I'm winning anyway. Likes it a lot more. 4 diamonds for him. Minimal just in a spot where is it really worth fighting for? And there's another third pot bet. Yeah, she does get out. Technically a bad fold because he was up against just a draw, but who among us wouldn't fold there? That was just not a pretty flop for 8s. Uh-oh. Bad robots. Bad. And it still took him that long to fold the Jack 3 after reconnecting. Okay. Well, he must be multi-tabling. No one's got a whole lot here. I'm winning anyway. Could go for a small bet here. Spooky action with not quite the nut no pair, but it's pretty good. No, he does get out of there. Everybody here started with 160,000 chips. So you know that it's a pretty high, it's like a high roller exclusive thing when we're at the final table and the big blind is still less than the starting stack. Re-raise from Galette de Roy. And we have not seen him get out of line much, so I'm not even going to fault him for folding the ace-jack there. This guy's been playing extremely tight, but I think the only time we've seen him 3-bet so far is with kings. So spooky action, playing the player instead of the cards, is forced to lay down the better hand there. Easy fold here. And the robots are dialing down the chaos factor significantly here. We've seen only one all-in and call so far. Apparently you play the highest buy-in on ACR, and the robots actually treat everything fairly. Sometimes, on some rare occasions, there'll be a $5,300 buy-in, but I don't think there wasn't at this OSS. August with as easy of a re-raise all-in as you'll get. I'm winning anyway. Needs $1 million to call, almost exactly $1 million. He's got a pretty bad hand, but I wouldn't be shocked if he called anyway and hoped to be with live cards. You know, if August had ace-queen suited, he'd be doing all right. He does get rid of it, though. So Trinador, you better not fold ace-queen under the gun. Okay, yeah, he does raise. Makes it a nice semi-meaty raise. Flop does him no favors, though. Minimal with up and down straight draw. Though Trinador just with the nut no pair. His chip stack is now entirely 2s and 1s. His chip stack is binary +1. Definitely a call there from Minimal. Just short on the turn. Trinador. Certainly not happy about that call. Only got 2 million left. What to do, what to do. He's going to keep betting. Not much more than he... Actually, that is much more than he did on the flop. Minimal, though. Hang on a second. Then the mall does make the call. I don't disagree with that either. And again, Dotrinador has more or less a free ride to the river with just ace high. It was king high last time, I think. But again, he's checking it down and just kind of happily surprised that the hand is good. Sometimes it's just nice to start with big cards, I guess. Yeah, the robots have really dialed down the chaos factor. I'm actually, like, incredulous that we've gone this long without losing somebody. Even with the knowledge that this is 20-minute blinds through and through, like, I get it. This is supposed to be tighter. Wow, that's a shove with... That is... even the tight players are just kind of tired of waiting around and waiting for the robots to do something. Very brave move there. The slow blinds are one thing, but just nothing has really happened. We haven't really seen big hands run into each other that much. Trips for Dotrinador. Finally, he actually hits a flop. But I'm going to keep it at 2x because this is not going to be a long hand. Yeah. I'm going to wait until somebody busts out, and then I'm going to have some lunch, because I've waited on eating lunch while covering these before. I don't think I can afford to do that this time. It's 1:27 p.m. I've had some food, but this is clearly going to take a while. Marcus does not want to continue. Again, correctly so. The Trinador now building a nice stack at 4.65 million. 33 big blinds. About to go up to 80, 160. It's 1:27. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 1:28 p.m. and the Chargers still suck. I mean, they're fantastic on paper, but they can't win. Galette de Roy with a beautiful hand. August. Uh-oh, okay, this is an all-in and call. It has to be. Spooky with a pretty easy fold here. Marcus with a no-brainer fold. Galette, I don't think he can get rid of ace-queen suited here. You know, Marcus, you can select the fold checkbox before it even gets to you and save everybody a little bit of time. Like you're ever playing 6-3 against a 3-bet all-in. But yeah, Galette is definitely calling here. And there is a queen. August standing to be the first player eliminated from this table. Not that he didn't try hard or last quite a while throughout this final table. 3.5 million out there if he can pull the miracle, but he has no redraws. It's just going to be a 5. That's not good, and that is not good. Galette de Royce gets the knockout. August eliminated in 8th place for Deutschland. And Brazil really moving up the leaderboard, both these guys. Well done. Now it is 2:02 p.m. And the Chargers still suck. Oh, ace-king. Minimal. Oh, perfect timing. Get the knockout, and blinds go up to 80, 160. Dotrinador, will he become the next player to fold ace-jack? Yes, he does. I'm winning anyway. The chip leader folds pair of 2s. I don't disagree with that. That's just the key to winning on ACR. If you want to make the final table, just literally never play ace-jack. 3-bet with, like, suited ace-6 or offsuit ace-4 all the time, but never play ace-jack. Or king queen. King queen's also bad apparently. Threes going the muck. Like, I get that the Trinidor and Galette de Roy have increased their stacks and they've got some momentum. They don't want to potentially blow it, but the thing is, you know, there's only one short stack left. Once you outlast them, you guys got to go to work. And I would even argue that you kind of have to go to work already. Marcus is not giving up those chips easily. You're guaranteed 25,000 now. Next up is 31K. So the big blind now is equal to the original starting stack. Ooh, the re-raise. Again, the unexpected re-raise from the relatively tight player. Spooky Action has just never had it anytime he's been 3-bet. It's a pattern that he might want to consider changing. You know, maybe stop raising so much pre-flop. Maybe start tightening up a little bit so that the next time you get 3-betted, it's actually good. 2.5x from ZXCV. This seems like almost an auto fold for Dotrinador at this point. Alright. He finally decided to play Ace-Jack. And another 3-bet this time. 600,000 more to ZXCV. If he had more, I'd say this might be worth a spin, but he'd be left with just 2.5 million. I like to fold. But Dotrinador is actually playing a little bit stronger and looser now. It's 4 of clubs. Always have a soft spot for that hand. Spooky Action with a suited ace certainly will play! Here we go. Here's the kind of chaotic flop we've been missing. Minimal is nowhere near any of this, but I'm winning anyway. Has top 2 pairs. Spooky Action has the nut flush with a redraw to a straight flush. All life is good for Spooky Action. You know, who needs a pre-flop 3-bet when he can just flop the nuts and maybe pick up an extra 3 or 4 million? I'm winning anyway, looking at a bet from the one person who doesn't have a hand. Just a call. If I'm Spooky Action, I'd probably just call too. I just hope that the turn doesn't pair the board. Odds are it won't. I like that call. Ace of Spades. Check again from Spooky Action. Now, whoever bets, this is the time for the check raise. Minimal realizes that she should be done with this hand. I'm winning anyway with no longer top 2. Oh! And checks, saves himself a lot of chips, and a 9 of diamonds. Not a welcome sight for Spooky Action, because now when he bets, he might not get action. Seems like a real waste of a flop. He's got to bet. Oh. I don't like that check because he's got the ace, which means that chances are nobody else is going to really want to bet much. I'm winning anyway has a pretty easy check back here with 2 pair. Yeah. I think he has to bet something there. I'm winning anyway, may have called like 1 million. Just to keep him honest. Yeah, I've moved on from soda to cider. Apple cider. And this batch of apple cider has a much harder taste than the previous one. think they put actual ethanol in there, but it does taste like some of the rare alcoholic beverages I've had in the past. Just really a very short list. I'm winning anyway with the raise. Galette with ace king. That's not a hand you can dump. Okay, good. You made a regular raise. I've seen way too many people overly go all in with it to a ridiculous degree, but that's a good raise size. I'm winning anyway with enough to certainly consider a call. 560,000 to call. If he flops a set, this could be a really big pot. Pretty good flop for fives as well. Not great, but he's in the neighborhood. And a 6 would do... Actually, not that good, now that I think about it. It's pretty hard to have a good flop for fives without actually hitting a 5. He checks. Galette, of course, hates the look of that flop. Just checks it back. Not willing to follow up that 3-bet. He's only outchipped about 2-1 now, so I think he's supposed to throw in something. 900,000 maybe? I'm winning anyway. Now bets very small. Any 10 now wins this pot. Galette not only doesn't have a 10, but also doesn't have a draw. Alright, I'm winning anyway. Just says, alright. You don't look like you want it, so I'll take it for you. This should fold to Marcus, and that should be an easy all-in. And he did actually go all-in this time. Good for him. And that should be folds. Mini-mall, please. You've got 10 high. Your time bank actually matters. Do not do this to yourself. Marcus probably goes all in there if it's folded to him, but it's not. So, I like the fold. Does Deltrinador want to make it another 3-bet? Against spooky action again? This movie is just on loop. Just to call this time, okay. So we're not looping. Good. Nobody likes loops. Except for Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm a little surprised that Sonic's not one of the avatar choices out here. Spooky action, actually picking that one up. Very good. Deltrinador thinking, maybe I should have 3-bet. That seems to have a really good track record against this guy. We have 2 aliens again. And a Darth Vader. Well, we had a Darth Vader. Rock and roll alien and a happy alien. Usually we see a vomiting alien, not this time. I'm winning anyway, probably calls here. ZXCV, though. one of the tight guys. Still. Ooh! This just became a frip. 6, 10, or any club twice. Actually, I think ZX still has a slight edge because he's got one of the clubs. But it is a very slight edge. I think all the money's getting in here. He's betting. I'm winning anyway. Probably with a pair and a flush draw shoves here. And ZXCV maybe doesn't call, actually. I just realized there's an ace out there. He doesn't shove, funny enough. I just realized there's an ace out there. The pocket queens might not call the all-in. Creaking chair. It's survived long enough. I think it's still okay. I mean, I am kind of fat. ZXCV bets again about the third of the pot. I'm winning anyway, certainly not going anywhere. He may just elect to keep calling in case he misses. He doesn't miss, though. He gets the club. ZXCV left to reconcile with just his pair of queens. Does I'm winning anyway check again? Because a bet now just seems like it's a little bit on the nose. Now, he is going to go for it. ZXCV has to decide whether this is real or fake. He has a club. I don't know if that affects his calculations at all. But this is for all his chips. He just has queens. There's an ace out there. There's straight cards out there. He's blocking some of them. He has blockers, but we hear all the time, blockers aren't real. And he does make the correct fold. So he's still with us, but he and Marcus are now kind of in equal desperation now. Well, ZX finds ace-king on the next hand. Unfortunately for him, this all-in's not getting called. Or maybe it's fortunate for him. Ace-king can be a fickle, fickle little beast. Oh, ace-jack, fold! No, she actually raises. What? How about that? Ace-jack actually works sometimes. That can be the new meme. Just see ace-jack and just yell fold at the top of our lungs. No, not the top of our lungs, but... At the, what do you think? 70% of our lungs? That works. I'm winning anyway. Ace queen. Min raise. ZXTV with a... I don't blame him for folding there. That's just an icky spot all the way through. Big blind facing a min raise against the big stack. He's got a weak ace. Ugh. Really short stacked. I'm winning anyway. Another raise. We've seen him raise so many times. Not every time, though. To his credit, he is mixing it up. It's just so hard to put him on a hand, though, based on the way he's been playing so far. And we're now at the 69-minute mark. We've seen him play quite a bit, but he's been raising all over the map. And he's not been getting 3-bet all that much. Takes that one down with a small bet. He just looks in total control of himself. He's got a really good feel for the rest of the table, I think. He thinks they're all playing relatively tight, and he's going to take advantage of that as long as he can. Not a PKO. There's 2 short stacks out there. He may as well torture the rest of these guys. I would raise 380 here, personally. Not a fan of min raising. I'm winning anyway with a piece of it. Mini mall with a piece of it. The aces have nothing to do with this pot. I'm winning anyway, needs a 10 or a 5. Things have been going his way, but not universally. Again, the robots seem very fair for this one. Apparently that's the key. Just make enough money to be able to spend $2,650 on a poker tournament, and the robots will actually treat you fair. He goes for the bluff, well, semi-bluff. Mini Mall has none of it, and that quick call probably will deter him from trying again. Very scary board now, though. Maybe he will try again just to represent a 5. Now, he'll just check, and Mini Mall probably checks back. That's why I like to play quickly, because a quick call like that really can stop your opponent from trying to mess with you all that much. The X with an easy all-in here, I think. Maybe not thrilled about it, but probably still do it. Okay, you're doing that. Somebody please tell me what the hell is the point of that bet. Somebody, please. Am I missing something? Why are so many people doing that? What am I missing? Am I missing anything? There it is again. Am I missing anything? It's gonna be a chop, so I'm not even really care about this one. If you're leaving something behind just in case there's a lot of action behind you, then why wouldn't you raise smaller? Why are you raising almost all your chips just to fold in that eventuality? And why are you wasting everybody's time by holding on to some of your chips when everyone knows you're just putting the rest in later? It makes absolutely no sense at a final table. There is no benefit to stalling. Wait, why are the blinds up already? Didn't they just get to... Oh, wow. Time is dilating on this final table, man. This is a really long one. I think this is longer than the Venom. It's definitely longer than one of the Venoms that I've covered. It might be longer than both of them. I'm winning anyway. Falls for it. 3 bets that min raised by ZX, who's not min raising in case of disaster. He's not folding that for anything. I'm winning anyway. He's going to have to get very lucky to knock him out here. Finland. Preparing for a double. Hold on now. King of Hearts is no good. ZX is okay with those 2 aces. King of Hearts is no good. But other hearts, yes. Queen Jack running, no. Okay, just a heart, no king. Nope. Double up for ZX. Things are looking up on the ZX spectrum. That thing was out of style like 10 years before I was born. Maybe not 10 years, but before I was born, that was already out of style. I think Marcus kind of has to just run with... Oh my gosh, he is playing tight. This is where you lose me. This is where I think you just start... You're just being a coward. When you only have 800,000 left and the next smallest stack has 3.5 million, you have to make something happen. You have no business sitting back and trying to fold your way up. You have to make something happen. Ooh, brave all in there from ZX. Again, he has shown that he likes to do that. And poor Spooky Action just keeps getting 3-bet by all these guys all the time. It's amazing he still has a capable stack because everybody else is just pummeling him. And now our chip leader, by the way, only has 52, 53 big blinds. So something's got to give. We've only had 1 elimination in the last 81 minutes. Trinador certainly not folding ace-jack this time. It's just calling. Come on, man. See, ace-jack's not that bad. Fold. Ace King. Okay, there you go. You got what you wanted. You got the easy all in for 3.5 bigs. Just go. Thank you. I'm winning anyway. We'll probably call. And again, needs to get lucky. Yeah, he actually reached us. Okay, now he needs divine assistance. And nope, double up for Marcus. He's still very short, only 9 big blinds, but it's something. It's a first step. Everybody knows the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Can't count him out just yet. We've seen a lot of ridiculous comebacks in the OSS so far. Not necessarily completed comebacks, but, you know, Guys going from pretty much guaranteed 7th place up to 3rd or so. If that happens here, we go from 25,000 to 63,500. You know, that's a huge difference. This should be easy one. Spooky action. Again, just kind of happy that spooky action gets an easy one here. His boy, he's been getting his butt handed to him. We've gotten cider from the same source once before, and the first batch of cider that we got tasted kind of like just regular apple juice, but slightly better tasting. That genuinely tastes like beer. Apple beer. Which is what it's supposed to taste like, I guess. But, like, why is it so much harder now? Is it just because that's what happens when the calendar turns to September? It genuinely feels like I'm drinking beer, except not feeling inebriated. Only eating a lot of food does that to me. I've now posted 2 videos about that. I'm winning anyway with a bit of a misjudgment here. Bets out with ace high into top 2. ZXCV very happy to just let him keep driving the action. Using his own image as being, you know, maybe one of the softer players. Against I'm winning anyway here. Who is inexplicably tanking, and what a bad run out that is. Maybe a good time for a blocker bet, like 765 or so. A big blocker bet, but a blocker bet nonetheless. Okay, he's on board with me. I'm winning anyway with just ace high. Can only fold a raise here. How sick does he feel? Okay, not that sick. So well done by ZXCV. And I'm winning anyway has come back to the rest of the pack here. This is anybody's game. Marcus being pretty much the only one on the outside looking in right now. Spooky action just with the call. He doesn't like to 3-bet. He only likes 2 bets pre-flop. He's been 3-bet more times than I can count. So he just doesn't want to do that to anybody else, apparently. And I'm winning anyway, reaps the benefit of that by flopping a king. Spooky action's got too much to fold here. Well, nobody bet. So he can check if he would like. And I think that's a good idea. 6 of clubs. I'm winning anyway adds a club draw. Minimal still has a draw to a queen. It's not a very good draw, though. I'm winning anyway with the best of it. After it checked around on that last round, he can certainly bet now. Spooky action, I still think probably makes the call here. It's a slightly better draw than mini mall, and he's at least got the luxury of having the nut no pair. Nothing comes on the river, though. Nothing's been coming on the river a lot tonight. I'm winning anyway. I could see him checking or betting here. Goes for 800,000. Spooky action now. Left with just his ace high. 5-5, ace, king, queen. So still the nut no pair. But don't overvalue that. He is thinking about it, though. He knows I'm winning anyway. Can bluff here. Is it time for the hero call? No, he makes the correct laydown there. Alright, I'm winning anyway. Back to over 10 million, but again, not super far ahead. Marcus! About to run into it here. And again, I just don't understand this. At least he's making me really, really happy that he's about to go down in flames. He just called. Why the hell did he just call? Why the hell did he just call? Why did he just call? Why did he just call? Marcus, if you fold, I swear to God, I am I am calling the Poker Hall of Fame, and I'm stripping you of your Poker Man card. Okay, he does call. Only a 10. Nope. Okay, so the robots aren't going to gift wrap him anything this time around, so ZXCB knocks him out. Marcus did hang on for an impressively long amount of time. We'll give him that. He was short stacked pretty much the whole night. Managed to make it 90 minutes without getting knocked out. Well, 89 minutes. Finally does run into the aces. No fault of his own. And we're finally six-handed. Now it really is just about anybody's game. Especially with the short stack Galette de Roy picking up ace-king suited. So Trinador with a perfectly reasonable raise. And 13 bigs left. Well, behind. He does go for it. I think this is alcohol. Like, I'm starting to feel things. Like, the aftertaste is really bubbling on my tongue. Or like the back of my taste buds or something. I mean, it shouldn't be because there was no ID check or anything. It feels like I don't know. I don't think I've even so much as drunk a sip of liquid ethanol in the last 5 years. Not much in that hand. I'm staring into space now. This might be bad. Galette with an awkward spot here. Queen 10 is suited, but still in pretty bad shape chip-wise, and does elect to shove. Says, you know what? I'm winning anyway. You've been bullying people around all night. I'm actually going to stand up for myself here. And that's, I think, good timing. I don't see I'm winning anyway calling here, especially with Galette's playstyle up to this point being relatively tight. A7 usually is no good here. I will mouse over the pause button, though, just in case. How sick of a read can he possibly have pre-flop? Yeah, I didn't think so. $10.3 million left. Still raising. ZX actually now second in chips, and I'm surprised he folds there. At this point, everyone's got to stand up for themselves now. They all have a chance. This is too big of a game to just kind of wait around and hope something happens. You actually have to seize the moment yourself now. And again, worst case scenario is you pocket $31,186. If that upsets you, if you're sad with that, I don't know what to tell you. You're one miserable SOB. Another raise. So these guys are mixing it up. Benny Mall with an awkward moment here. Now she's the short stack. 600,000 to call. Would leave herself just 2.3 million behind. It'd be 12 big blinds. She says no. She's going to wait for a better spot. And these two Brazilians, they really know how to just kind of get in tune at just the right time and to keep themselves alive and kicking. Oh. Raise from Dotrinador. Not his fault that the guy right behind him has kings. Will he just call? I think we saw him do that earlier. Just no, he's going to raise this time. Dotrinador now facing just a double bet. Not a big raise. Still folds it, though. Has the discipline to get out of there. Knows that a re-raise that small probably means that Queen 10's in awful shape. You know, small raises like that are a test of your discipline. I figured that might be another 3-bet spot. Oh, this time I think he's getting called by I'm winning anyway. He can afford it. He's got potential. Nope, not this time. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So he hasn't been taking a lot of shots. Just didn't want to take that one. Ooh, King 7 shoves, Queen 7 wilts. Which it should. Okay, it blinds up yet again. Does the Trinador go for the shove? Or at least a raise? You probably shouldn't if you take that long, but okay, he does it. Again, mystifying me as to why you would ever leave behind 73,000. At this point, I'm desensitized to it. Everybody's making that stupid, pointless move. Fairly large raise there. That's fine. Did you just call with Jack 5? Did you just call a larger than usual raise with Jack 5? What did you think was going to happen? He snap called it with Jack 5. And he gets dealt Jack 5, same suits the very next hand. Okay, robots, what are you doing? You were... another Ace Jack bites the dust. Would have had a great chance to knock Mini Mall out, but with all the action behind him, I don't blame him. That would have been a pretty tough spot for anybody. Well, he wants to play now. Re-raising here. I'm winning anyway. If he folded the Jack 9 suited, he's probably going to fold here too. He's not getting a very good price. Actually, wasn't getting that much worse of a price compared to the other spot. But still. Go Trinador with a perfectly normal raise, but another bad spot for him. ZX picking up KK. And a rather normal 3-bet size. He doesn't go super small with this one. Which is a good disguise, and he's might be fortunate here that the Trinador has a solid hand here. But he gets away from it anyway. Very nice fold. But I like that ZX was willing to make a normal size 3-bet there. rather than make it super obvious that he's got a huge hand. Then Namal. She's a beast if you fold to her in the small blind. Man, how glacially did the action move before the final table? If this is how slow it is now at the final table. These guys should all be familiar with each other by now. Middle pair for I'm winning anyway. Spooky action picks up a gut shot. And there's one of those extremely small continuation bets that are popular for some ungodly reason. Hota! Yeah, Spanish people don't call them jacks, they just call them J's. That's a pretty good bet size. Larger than the flop bet for sure, but not overly large and not overly small. I'm winning anyway with second pair and a gut shot. Makes a nice disciplined fold. These guys know when to fold, that's for sure. You know, you see all the raises he's been making pre-flop, and you think he's just an aggressive maniac, but he knows when to press some other buttons. He's a winner for a reason. If he's not at the final table of a tournament that I'm covering, he's usually very close. And that was an extremely excessive all-in. You really shouldn't be open shoving that much, especially when you're so close to being chip leader. That being said, it is kind of amazing that it hasn't devolved into a shove fest yet. Galette, though. Oh, wow. Maybe he thinks it should be a shove fest. Spooky action, though, has been 3-bet light once too much. And he's going to go at it, 4-betting with 4-4 against ZXCV 4-4. $528 from Galette de Royce. Trinidor, his fellow Brazilian. With ace-3. A lot of people love to just go crazy with ace-3. He's not even going to call, though. So we got 2 Brazil, 2 US, and 2 Europe. It's a good 6-way showdown. Bad hand limps, terrible hand. Will probably raise the way he's been playing. Nope, he checks. No one seems to want it. It gives a pair to I'm winning anyway and a combo draw to Trinidor. And he fills up. Well, I shouldn't say filled up, that means a full house. But he fills it up straight anyway. So let's see if he bets an amount that I'm winning anyways willing to call. I'm serious. That cider's doing things to my digestive tract. Very tasty, but it also tastes like beer, which I don't like. He does get away from it. The half-pot bet probably would have been called by a 9 or maybe even ace-6, but a 3 just isn't really enough. We do have another pair over pair here. Okay, here we go. All in. No way Galete folds pocket 10s here. He did think about it a little bit. Okay, the spades don't affect much. If it does run spade, spade is a chop. Minimal 5-6 would work as a draw, but other than that, it's just a 7. Still at 7! Minimal catches it and fills up on the river just for good measure. Galete comes up short. Minimal doubles up to 6.1 million. Galete de Royce, once again, is our short stack. Croatia over Brazil in that particular hand. The robots finally deliver a bombshell. Only took 110 minutes. And it is an actual bombshell. Look at that huge hole in the table. That gets magically patched up every time. Because, let's be real, that would be super hecking annoying. 3 million! Who couldn't see that coming? Don't think Jack 10's enough to call, especially because his own stack is getting a little shorter. Like, we're 6-handed here, and number 6 is half as much as number 1. This is this is crazy. Like, something's got to give. We're at the point now where chip leader is only 33 big blinds. This now is playing out like any other final table that we've seen so far. Those really, really slow blinds have led to an absolute stalemate, and now they kind of have no choice but to pick it up a little bit. Disciplined fold there of the 10-9. Jack 10 raises, and he's about to get 3-bet again by this guy. Again. Spooky action has just been... He's been the proverbial Sisyphus rolling a boulder up a hill. It's amazing that he still has so many chips. And he gets away from it again. He's going to raise again with ace-jack. Will he be forced to fold ace-jack like everybody else? ZX decided to fold the queen-jack. He was happy with that last pot he picked up. I'm winning anyway. We'll just call, and nice swamp for I'm winning anyway. Your guess is absolutely as good as mine as to who's going to win this one. If we're going by experience, I'm winning anyway is still the favorite, but you just never know. And draws for both players now. Spooky action, the overwhelming favorite, of course, because he already has the best of it with that ace. I'm winning anyway. If he was going to bluff it, is a street too late now. The bluff is not going to work. He does check. Spooky action has showdown value and a bunch of draws. Good spot to check back as well. Uh-oh! I'm winning anyway. Hits the 3 for an unlikely straight. Well, semi-likely straight, I guess. How much can he bet and still get called? Half pot, maybe? 630? He's going to go over the pot. He wants to really make this worth a damn. Spooky action with just ace high does not give it to him. This tournament is still as tight as can be. Ace 9 into the muck from Spooky action. Just so done with raising against this group of players. I think out of all these players, Spooky is impressing me the most that he's able to stay here despite constantly running into 3-bets and having to fold to them. Hey, he's a guy who knows how to just mentally move right on to the next hand. Now he goes for half pot when he actually doesn't have anything. ZX has something. Pair and diamonds. So, yeah, he'll call. I would have called a lot quicker, though, again, to try and stop the opposition from barreling you. When you waste... well, it's not a waste of time, but when you wait before calling, it kind of encourages the other side to keep betting, especially when he picks up a draw like this. I'm winning anyway. He takes his own sweet time before betting. You're wasting your time, bank. A lot. Finally bets. Now if you're ZX, you do a little bit of quick math, you realize that the pot's going to be $5.5 million, and he's only going to have $4.5 million left on the river. Realizes he probably doesn't want to be around for that bet, and he does get rid of it. So Trinador, Jack King of Clubs. A nice size raise. I'd be making it maybe 550 right about now. Maybe 560. Uh-oh. Blinds are up again. Well, now 560 is the min raise. I think now my raise size would be 700. Or maybe 680 to make it even 400,000 to call. Spooky action with a raise and no 3-bet for once. Yeah, the big blind is now significantly larger than the starting stack. In fact, the small blind is now nearly as big as the original stack. Ace 9. Rees. I like that he actually goes more than minimum. He's been the only one that's consistently done that. Spooky, no! I was rooting for you, man. You betrayed me. You betrayed us all. He's got 9-2 offsuit. The stupid glitch is back. We've seen that glitch more often than not. Last few times I've... Okay, he just open shoved 9.2 million with 5.6 million being the effective stack. Again, no. Just no. I mean, you want your chip stack to evaporate in record time, that's how you do it. Pair of queens from Mini Mall. I'm almost forgetting that she's at the table. But she's still doing well for herself. Min bet from Galette. I don't know what that's supposed to accomplish. Other than maybe a raise so you can fold. Mini Mall now wasting time again. There is the raise. It didn't seem to be that hard of a decision to me. Galette does have something to think about and makes the call. Still got the draw. Now he's got a pair of twos. Not that I think that matters anything. Oh, wait. Galette's only got 1.4 million left. I didn't even realize how short he was getting. Minimal bets him all in, and Galette's got a real decision now. He doesn't have much to work with. He can win with a 2, ace, or a 4. I think in his mind, that might be best case scenario, and he's just got to wonder, I played myself into this corner. Do I really want to see it through? Well, best case scenario for him is that he's up against like King Jack of Hearts. That's best case scenario. But second best case scenario is that he's got, let's see, 2, 5, 9 outs. Once. You know, this is not a decision or waste. This is one you actually want to think about. And he does have most of his time bank, almost all of it, in fact. See, this is what you save your time bank for, folks. He calls. He did save his time bank, but ultimately makes the wrong decision. Galette de Royce eliminated in 6th place. Mini Mall, all of a sudden, has gone from open shoving on the small blind to stay alive to suddenly having 8.6 million. Spooky Action has King 10 if you can't see that. ACR, please. Figure out how to fix that. You're killing me here. You know what? Here's a suggestion. Ban deals. That way that glitch won't happen anymore. If it's too hard for you to fix that glitch, just ban deals. I'd be okay with that. All in from the Trinidor again. He loves to press that button when he thinks it's a good time. And poor Spooky Action just getting sucker punched again and again. Has to fold the King 10. The Trinidor, his timing has been impeccable so far. The X certainly with enough to raise if he wants to. It's been folded to you. Make up your mind, please. Mini Mall has a couple of 8s. Certainly worth at least a call. Oh, 700,000. He agrees with me on the raise size. And Mini Mall does go at it with a regular raise. The Trinidor is wasting time now. Queen 3 offsuit is an auto fold. See, I'm winning anyway. I had King 10 suited, and he already had the fold button selected before it even got to him. He knows how to not waste time. And with that, Mini Mall actually takes a slight chip advantage here. This will not be a complete wire-to-wire performance for I'm winning anyway. Spooky Action has 2-8 offsuit. But gets a walk. He will take it. King 3. Blind versus blind. I was going to say like 3x. King. Spooky's got top pair. And bets the minimum, which for a limped pot is fine. ZX has none of that. 4-9 offsuit for Spooky. The Trinidor with a much better hand. And now he does go with the min raise instead of his actual cool original raise number. King Jack, where I'm winning anyway. What am I looking at? Oh, sorry. I just saw something on my screen that was weirding me out. Thankfully, I didn't miss anything. Mini Mall. Raise, and that's probably going to end the hand. Okay, I am actually going to take a break now, but you guys won't be affected by it whatsoever. I'll just pause and come right back. Okay, I think I can do the rest of it now in one go. It is now 3:16 p.m. And yes, the Chargers still suck. Of course, anytime I see a 3:16, The Gospel of John comes to mind. Ace 9 this time for spooky action. Unfortunately for him. But he gets away. Oh, wait, I'm wearing headphones. I don't usually wear headphones. You know what? Screw it. It's been... Oh, the case ace comes out. Dotrinador now with trips. Hang on, one more time. ZX with a pair and a lot of backdoors. There's no way he folds to a min bet. That's not the card he wanted to see. Now he might be able to fold. Dotrinador now with aces full of eights. I think he's pretty happy with himself right now. Good check back. That might buy him a call on the river if he doesn't bet too much. ZX is playing this hand cautiously, as he should. Dotrinador. 875, maybe? Don't waste your time, Bank. I'm going to go the other side of half pot. ZX, this is a complicated one. This is not a waste of time, Bank. This is actually using it properly. This is why. This is when you tank. Real tough moment here. If he folds, he's only got 11 bigs. That's the real problem here. If he folds, he's in bad shape. If he calls, he's in even worse shape. But he gets the fold. Dotrinador gets aces full, but not a very big pot to go with it. King 10 suited for spooky action. Spades. Might be a quick one, though. Especially when you shove. When you're the effective stack. Did you realize that? Dotrinador with enough to call here for sure. Unless he wants to 3-bet again, like... Nope, not this time. It's King 5 of spades for spooky action, so he's in great shape after that flop. But he checks. Dotrinador now could win with an 8. Or, wait, what am I saying? He's already got the best hand with the King 9. Spooky action needs some help. There are no chop outs. The 9 will play no matter what. Dotrinador bets on his bad draw. Spooky calls on his better draw, and Spooky hits the 5, which is a valid out. Dotrinador, though, if he bets again, nope. Free ride. Again, though, it does feel like spooky action was owed a free ride after the punishment he's received pre-flop all day. I can't believe I'm actually still kind of semi-supporting him, even though he's got that wretched green circle on him. Ban deals. Ban deals. Who's with me? Glitches the game for one thing. I'm winning anyway, obviously, with the best of this flop. King 4 of hearts for spooky action. Now he hits his kicker again, but it's no good this time. I'm winning anyway. Just has to fade a 2-outer here. He does check, and hitting the 4 probably will slow him down. Ace of spades, ugly card for both players. I'm winning anyway, does earn the check mark. That would be too much work, though, to put a check mark on OBS and attach it to players with the best hand. Spooky Action has the pair of 4s. Does he want to represent the 3? No. He knows in the back of his mind that he could, because he's got a 4, so why shouldn't he be able to represent a 3? But he decides it's not worth it. It's probably correct. Spooky Action now with Jack Ace offsuit. He's in the big blind, so he probably won't fold it. But you never know. It's also 5-handed. I think folding Ace Jack is now out of bounds because we're 5-handed. I'm winning anyway. With certainly a viable hand to play blind versus blind. And he goes with... How much is that? 2.7x. And re-raise all in with the Ace Jack. Spooky Action finally gets to dish it out the other way. How satisfying that must be. It's 6-queen this time, and gets met with the call. ZX decides to play any ace he sees. He's under 10 big blinds, and the flop rewards his confidence with another ace. Spooky Action's going to need running something. That's running something. It's running 2 pair. He's got 6-queen. He needs another 6 or a queen. Nope. The ace holds. ZXCV44 is still alive. Team Finland alive and kicking. Spooky Action, now the short stack. ZX with another ace in the blinds. Just limps in this time, though. Which, again, I can totally dig. He just doubled up. He doesn't want to go crazy here. Got middle pair, top kicker, not bad. Mini mall with a lot of backdoors, not bad. That's call. Backdoors coming through. Check. I'd probably just check. But betting there's absolutely fine. The XCV still with a little something. That 9 of spades isn't a very scary card on its own. He does make the call. He's got the best of it, and he does have the check mark. He didn't spend a whole lot of time thinking. Let's see if Mini Mall gives up on it. She doesn't want to. But she does. There was more valuable time bank. Kings. ZX has now joined my poop list. But this time the glitch doesn't happen. So I don't have to tell you what he has. Uh-oh. Mini Mall's in trouble now. That's another 1.4 million into I'm winning anyway, who is gonna come back at her with an all-in, and she better find the full button. Don't know what this tank is for. I guess to pretend like it's not the easiest all-in of his life. Dude, stop! Just go! Go, 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 go! He's gonna min 4-bet? That's evil. That's so evil. He tanks, he wastes 11 seconds of his time bank to min 4-bet with kings. Mini Mall's getting a lot of odds, but this is starting to reek of not being worth it, and she does fold it. Good discipline on her part. Ace-6 of clubs, Spooky Action has. 10-8 gets folded, wow. He should min 3-bet again. Okay, this is a quick one. Should be a quick one. Ace-6 pair and now flush draw. I'm winning anyway. Picks up a gut shot to a 5, so I guess there is still a little bit of intrigue. Bro! Your time bank is whittling away. You might need that. ZXCV can tell you. Club. Don't do it, I'm winning anyway. He's got a club, though. It might cause him to go for it. He does! Spooky Action gets the free double up to $9.5 million. I'm winning anyway, finally, with the punt off. He's been so careful and protective of his chips all day. That's the first time we've really seen him truly go off. He could afford it, to be fair. He's certainly still in contention, but he has lost his grip on the table with that hand. Spooky Action, now your chip leader. But again, it's so close. He's got 6-10 offsuit, so he's got a pair. Yeah, just motion toward the pot and you win. Lines up again. 160 and 320. Oh. Drama. He still has third pair, but that's it. The 8 and the 7 didn't change much, but he does fold. Thinks that ZXCV must have better than a 10 if he's going to bluff there. Or he's going to bet there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spooky Action's not participating in this one, but Ace-Queen. 9-9, 8-8. Just a call from ZX. Mini Mall, yeah, understandably sees a raise and a call in front of her, goes for the all-in, and now I'm winning anyway with a real decision here. This is for all of his chips pretty much. He's got the ace-queen. It's five-handed, but he's got ZX to worry about behind him. If ZX wasn't involved, this is an easy call. I can honestly see him going either way with this. He does go for it. Now what does ZX do? I don't blame him at all for folding, but the 9 comes on the flop. That's just what pocket nines do to you, man. Even when they win, they find ways to lose. I don't blame him for the fold. We really haven't seen a lot of pre-flop confrontations at this final table, so 9s usually wouldn't be good in a three-way spot here. They both would have flopped sets. Instead, it's just Mini Mall who flops a set. I'm winning anyway. Needs to see a 10 real soon, or else he is crippled. That's not a 10. That's not a 10 either. 8's full for Mini Mall makes her the chip leader. I'm winning anyway. Left with 5 big blinds. And ZXCV... I'm sure we'll never look at pocket nines the same way again. Jack King offsuit for Spooky Action. But ZXCV, welcome to the club, my friend. Welcome to the club. Pocket nines suck even when they don't. Funny hand. He likes funny hand. Spooky Action, though, with Jack King offsuit, that's pretty solid. He is going to make the call. They both completely airball this flop. And he goes for 10% pot. He's got barely more than pot behind. He goes 10% pot with 9 high and no draw. You tell me. You tell me. This is about the most obvious, just raise me and take this hand right now, kind of tiny, like, nano blocker bet you could possibly make. Spooky Action even gets a king to spur him along. Okay, Dotinador is actually trying a little harder. Maybe he shouldn't, considering the ICM. Spooky Action, though, has chips. And now a pair of kings. And calls. Dotinador left with just 2.4 million. Wonders what the heck he was doing in this hand to begin with. How far will he take this lunacy? Okay. He is going to savor his last 2.4 million. And Spooky Action now at 11.5 million, looking very strong. Now we have two extremely short stacks, and they're both in the blinds. ZX with the ace. Might as well just raise to 2 million. Vinny Mall with 10-8 of clubs. Could decide to play him here. And I'm winning anyway with desperation mode here. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'd do here. If Mini Mall plays, I fold. Oh, she's doing more than playing. On the other hand, you'd have to get really, really lucky, but the temptation of going for the triple up has to at least be there. Because even if ZX doesn't play, this would still be a triple up. Because he's already put in 704,000. So, you know, this 160 there, 200 there. This is effectively a triple up opportunity for I'm winning anyway. And if he does indeed fold, then little does he know he's actually in excellent shape. But he does fold. I'm kind of with him there, and Mini Mall is extremely lucky that that move actually panned out. Because I'm winning anyway. Could not have been far away from just pressing the screw it, let's go for it button anyway. And again, she raises with absolutely nothing with an extreme short stack behind her. I really don't like it. Why are you trying to let him back in the game? To me, that's what you're telling me. You want him back in the game. And he might be the best player on the website. Based on his results. Okay, now she actually has a hand. And unfortunately, she's going to be met with some serious resistance. I don't think she's going to be able to fold for just 1.3 million. She has to take this on. And no help at all for the ace. For the ace-9. Still no help. Just needs an ace. Oh! I'm winning anyway is certainly not mad about that run out. Dotrinador, I am sorry about that. That was brutal. And he ends up taking 5th place. I'm winning anyway has laddered up to 4th. Not that he's probably all that crazy about it, because he's had so much experience, but that is another 10,700 in his pocket. That's basically another four games of this that he can play again because of that ace. I'm winning anyway. Pretty much has to just play blind now. Maybe not. It's got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, Queen 2. Let's do it. I don't know what he is waiting for. You have one big blind! You have one big blind! And you would have hit that 2 as well. There you go. You happy? Well, you won't be for long. King is about to be folded as well, so I'm winning anyway, well on his way to finishing 4th place. Certainly a noble effort. Okay, why is he in the hand? Oh, that's why. I'm winning anyway likes that flop a lot. ZX could be in the midst of a huge hand himself. Minimal, of course, still with the aces. There's a custom-ordered flop of chaos by the robots. Another jack! I'm winning anyway now, about to triple up to 1.4 million. Minimal. Still with a couple of aces. Likes her hand as she probably should. ZX still has a draw, but there is a paired board out there now. Doesn't think it's worth it anymore. Oh, he would have hit it! He would have had the best hand. The bet gets him out, and I'm winning anyway is spared by that bet by Minimal. Not that it was really a bluff, but it did get the draw out of there. Minimal, of course, had reason to think that the aces would still beat I'm winning anyway. She couldn't know that he had a jack, because he only had one big blind left. So, in no way was that poker malpractice. It just happened to spare his life. I think he's willing to go with Jack 10 here. Please. Okay, he just called. I don't get it. But here comes double up number 2. Well, the first was a triple, but yeah. No help for Minimal. Got to be a 3 or a queen to get rid of him now. Nope. I'm winning anyway. 2.8 million. Now he's up to 9 big blinds. And Queen 10 suited. That's a good all-in hand, I'd say. Spooky has 4-8. Well, it's not a good all-in hand anymore. Minimal is really playing with fire here. I don't understand why she's doing this. With a really short stack behind her, she just keeps raising with terrible hands. I don't know why she thinks that's a good idea. Well, now she has a hand. Wait, I just noticed. She's absolutely crushing this table now. Oh, nice limp by ZX. Trying to use Minimal's aggressive streak against her, and she doesn't bite. But if a queen happens to hit this board, ZX is going to double up. And we got a totally new ball game here. Min bet, which again, it was a limp pot, so that's fine. ZX going nowhere. 7 instead for Minimal, so she does get the straight, and ZX is still searching. And is I'm winning anyway going to move up to 3rd place? My goodness. Seen crazy comebacks at OSS. Oh my goodness, he hits the king on the river. Again, that's not a bad call on the turn, I don't think. He had the ace-king, he had the gut shot, the 2 overs. Now he's got the king. That's not a very scary board. Minimal happens to have the straight. All in from Minimal. ZX now has 1 pair. It's the best pair, though. He goes for the all-in, thinks she was bluffing, and he is out in 4th place. ZX from Finland takes number 4. Minimal has just become I'm winning anyways absolute best friend. Knocked out I'm so bad at remembering names after they've been knocked out. Hang on a second. Uh, Dotrinador. Knocked out Dotrinador, accidentally spared I'm Winning Anyways life on the very next hand. Now knocks off ZX. I'm Winning Anyway moves up to third now on the board. So instead of 39,200, it's 63.5. This is King 3 of Spades against a set. Yeah, King 3 of Spades is bad. I can never tell if that's a 3 or an 8. I honestly do not know. I still don't know, so I don't know if he's ahead or behind. I genuinely do not know if he's ahead or behind because of that stupid glitch. I don't know if he's got a pair of 3s or he's got a pair of 8s. If he has a pair of 8s, then his kicker is good. But I don't know. It was a 3. Okay. That's news to me. I genuinely did not know who was going to win that hand, even though I could see the cards. Thanks, ACR. All three of these guys have hands. Minimal goes for the all-in. I'm Winning Anyway with a pair. Ugly, but I think he's got to try it. Nope. That's a tight fold. That's a really tight fold. He's got 5 big blinds, and he had a pair. Minimal has been shoving light for a long time now. I think he had to know that. No, he can shove. Why do you do this to me? What purpose does that bet serve other than to piss me off? I've been good. I've been good. I've been good at not getting pissed off over those stupid bets. But this has been going on for a really, really long time, and everybody's doing it. I want to... Why would you just call? Why would you just call? What are you doing? He does call with ace high and no draw. It's good. But, like, why the hell are you just calling pre-flop? You are baffling me to death. You might be the best player on ACR, but holy crap, you are killing me right now. Minimum. Oh, no, that's not a straight. I thought she had a straight. I'm Winning Anyway. By some absolute freaking miracle, has 4 million again. That's a secret at these OSS. Just get yourself down to 1 big blind at the final table and magic will start happening. I'm fine with that shove. Okay, now that he actually has some chips again, hopefully he gets back to actually playing well. Because he is very good. All in. Fold. Blinds up. Because, you know. Okay, so he's got 12 big blinds against 15 against a lot. Minimal is finally learning and just limps in this time. Simple enough. Ace. Did she get the exact same hand again? Robots. I believe that's the 9 of hearts. I'm not sure, though. If that is the 9 of hearts, then he just fell behind. He still has outs, though. 10, 9, or 8. Things are getting awfully desperate for both these guys. Minimal has an overwhelming lead. And she checks back there. I'm okay with that. The queen on the river means that if he happened to be calling with a queen, he's got you beat. So, yeah. All in, probably a call. We're three-handed. Any ace is probably good. And it is at the time, but king-queen comes through here. Pair of queens now for spooky action. Just needs to fade another ace. And it's good. Overkill, in fact. Queen's full. So spooky action gets the double. 7.4 million for him. Mini Mo has this table absolutely by the throat still. It would take a true cosmic collapse for her to lose. And this time I'm okay with the bully shove with absolutely nothing because he's not that short anymore. Uh-oh. I think it's time to goo. Don't fold, dude. Tick, 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 tick. Just call! Oh my god, finally! Jeez! I know I can see the cards, but I really don't think it was that hard. Mini Ball has been spamming the all-in button, or at least the really big raise button, ever since you got short. Like, over and over and over and over again. Ace-9 is way ahead of her range. He's definitely better at big stack play than he is small stack play. But he did make the correct decision. He just isn't allowed to think anymore. After this, double up to 6.9 million if he can just dodge a king or an 8. And it is good! He gets the double up. Mini Mall now has to deal with two actual formidable players. Oh! Oh, that was disgusting. Open folding ace-8, three-handed on the button. I guess it's a good thing he did, because spooky action would have flopped the king. But let's not be results-oriented here. How do you fold an ace three-handed on the button there? Like, really? I think this long final table is taking a toll on everybody, myself included. And we might be heads up. Oh, no, he just calls. Spooky action has king, queen of hearts. 10 on the turn. I'm winning anyway. Was already ahead, but now he knows he's ahead. Spooky action needs any face card to take this pot back. Big bet. He may not see the river. It's probably by design. He doesn't want to allow a couple spades to... Oh, he's going to do it anyway. And a spade does hit the river. That wasn't the draw he was looking for, though. That was a pretty loose call, I think. It was just a gut shot and 2 overs. Oh, now he goes with a blocker-ish bet. Spooky, though, with just king high. How sick does he feel? He will be risking his entire stack on the bluff if he wants to. Oh, he just calls with king high. Goes for the crazy hero call, and it is no good at all. I'm winning anyway, just like that, up to 10.5 million. Spooky action has 6-3 offsuit. That's a letdown. Minimal picks it up with the raise. Simple as that. 8-7. Spooky action. All in. Minimal may call this with a suited king, three-handed. And does. I'm pretty sure that's an 8. Either way, he's going to need some help. King 5 of diamonds is beating 8 high here. Not anymore. The 7 comes through. A spooky action with the lead. Mini Mall needs a king and a king only, or else this three-handed game is going to keep dragging on. And it does. We still have 3 players left. Mini Mall no longer has this table in a complete chokehold. He's got a lot of work to do now to finalize this. Poker is a maddening exercise, isn't it? You can have that many chips, and just a few hands later, all of a sudden, this thing's wide open again. Spooky action all in after being limped into. That's a really big shove. I don't like that all in. I think they've got enough chips to play with now. Jack for spooky action. 8 for Mini Mall, and things are just still turning away from Mini Mall. Standard bet, standard call. 4 of hearts changes nothing. He has the 6 of diamonds hidden behind the circle. I told you that circle is evil. I told you. Spooky action still with a pretty easy decision, I think. And a 7 gives Mini Mall 2 pair. Things are turning her way again. She seems to enjoy the all-in spam. Does she go for it again here? 2 million might get called. I don't know about an all-in. But she does go for it again. 1 pair called her last time. Will it call her again this time? No. Good laydown by spooky action. Mini Mall gets the win, but this time I think I was right. 2 million would have been the better play. The all-in does not get called. Spooky action's clearly been paying attention. Saw what happened last time she moved all in on the river. Big raise there. I'm winning anyway calls and hits the ace. Mini Mall. Trouble yet again. Goes with about third pot. Pretty standard. I'm winning anyway. Obviously doesn't have a great kicker. Could elect to try and call her down or just try and bring the hammer right now. Does call. 7 of spades doesn't change much. I'm winning anyway, though. Has to realize that he needs to be prepared to call potentially an all-in on the river. Okay, never mind. It won't be an all-in now. It might be like 3.5 million, but not all-in. Does check it back. 4 of spades. Again, total brick. Mini Mall really can't represent anything. She's allowed to try, but yeah, she knows better. Whether he checks or bets, his hand's over. But a nice pickup for I'm winning anyway. Did she really use the last second of her time bank for that? 9s versus King Jack, 3-handed. This could be crazy. Spooky action now on the sidelines, wondering if he can somehow move up the second. How does he fold that? How in the blazes does he fold King Jack to 1 raise 3-handed? And the pocket 9s would have gone down in flames like they should. How does he fold King Jack 3-handed? Like, actually how? Was he multi-tabling? Did he think he was on the other table? You just don't fold King Jack three-handed. I'm sorry. That was a horrible fold. Even if he was up against a greater hand, like, how do you fold King Jack there? He just open shoved for how much? 33 big blinds. He open shoves with 13 and a half big blinds sitting next to him there. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? Penny Mall does fold. All of a sudden, everyone's spamming the all-in button. Like, we got to get out of here. This long final tail is making everybody lose their mind. Spooky action. Now it's the Lon McCare Memorial hand. Easy all-in call for him. I'm winning anyway with ace-7. I mean, that's a standard all-in. Like, I get that. That's no problem. But now he needs to get very lucky to move this into heads up, and that's not helping. Wait, 8 is also going to get Spooky a better straight, so only an ace. Oh, and it hits anyway! The robots are getting tired of this BS as well. Spooky action settles for 3rd place. I don't know what's going on anymore. But Spooky action gets 3rd. The evil circle is here to stay. To remind us that he was the coward, except he didn't play like a coward. He was a very good player. He impressed me probably more than anybody else. I'm winning anyway. Of course, it's an excellent play, but he seems to be losing his mind. I'm losing my mind. Mini Mall has been spamming the all-in button for a long time now. I don't know what the heck is happening anymore. These guys are tied at 45 big blinds apiece. Let's just keep on going and see what the heck comes of this. I'm winning anyway with an up and down. Mini Mall needs a 3. Mini Mall's the 3rd pot. King of Hearts is a terrible sight for both players. Oh, wait, he's not up and down. He's a 6. And only a 6. Nice call from the ace high. That is good, and it still is. I'm winning anyway. Again, though, not a fast call. Does he want to keep bluffing? That's not a great bluff card. It's not a terrible one, though. And he's out of time bank, too, but he does bluff, and it works. Reminder, he had 1 big blind. He folded a pair and left himself with 1 big blind. And yet, here we are. Like, is that really good poker strategy, or is that just, or has he just figured out the ACR robots down to an exact science? If so, congratulations. I'm very jealous of you, and you've earned all your money. If you figured out the robots that well, then I don't know. I got to give it up to you. The robots always have a method about themselves. Maybe it's ACR, maybe it's just OSS. Either way, though, he's figured something out about these guys, these robots. Mini Mall with a poorly timed bluff, although understandable bluff. Just like I said, poorly timed. Easy call. Okay, 2-pair board. She has ace high. Maybe a good time to sit back and enjoy your showdown value. Nope. She's going for another bluff, and it's a small one. I don't think I'm winning anyways folding here. Just keep her honest, I guess. Yep. Nice call. And he now has more than a 2-to-1 lead, just like that. I'm winning anyway. Just has a way about him. He has figured these robots out. And he's also a really good poker player. I promised I wouldn't maul. I'm kind of mauling now, though. That flop is terrible. Well, mini maul's got a gut shot, I guess. Uh-oh. She raises with it. Should be the end of the hand. Ace Jack should win this one, too. Pair of fours. Versus, actually, an ace high. This might be a bit of a pot. Not a huge one, though. They both have showdown value. This should probably be a check back. I would. But he is better than me. There's no doubt about that. And he's going for thin value, and it's actually a pretty thick bet, but he gets what he wants. He is better than me. There's no question about it. Part of it's that he's figured out the robots, and part of it is he's just a really good player. 1 million more. Okay. Check. Seven's full. Wow. Check. You literally don't have a time bank. Do not let yourself auto-fold. Because right now the game thinks you're idle. You're killing me here. Okay. Not mad at that bet. He did wait to see if she would fall into the trap. She just didn't. In the words of the corpus treasurer, are you driven by desire or idleness? So that's how you can be driven by idleness. By just intentionally tanking away your entire time bank. Great spot for I'm winning anyway. Got the pair, and again up against the ace. This should be a bet and a call. Although maybe she finds a fold here. She's running out of room to be wrong. Although it's been a really small pot, I wouldn't fault her for calling. No, she finds a fold this time. Good job. I'm winning anyway. Just limps. Minimal the suited ace. The way she's been playing this is probably a shove. I hate it. It's 20. It was okay. It's a regular race. Thank you. Yeah, you've got 22 big blinds. This is not a shove. This should be a call. And they both pair up. Mini Mall with the advantage. 1 million more. Again, feels like a call. 10 of clubs. Does not change much. Mall. In the driver's seat, and she is continuing to drive. So it's with 1/3 pot. I'm winning anyway with second pair and a bad kicker. It keeps going. We are heads up. Queen of spades. Ooh. Well, that changes the board texture significantly. I think if minimal bets here, she's turning her hand into a bluff. Wow, that's impressive. She turns the ace into a bluff. I'm winning anyway with a worse hand anyway, so this should be a fold. What a play by Minimal, though. Any king wins, of course. Two spades wins. She had been betting the whole way. She would bet spades in that fashion, would she not? Well done by Minimal, getting right back into it. All hearts on this one. All crap on this one. Next hand, please. You know, I actually have another tournament lined up to cover, but this one's going on for so long, I gotta save it for tomorrow. And just hope that I don't get blue balled again. Ten Simmons suited for both. Okay, they each flop middle pair. So no guarantees. Uh-oh, mini mall. Might be able to steal this one. Not yet, and it is going to be a chop if they both stay in it, and another icky run out for both hands. They both check. And what do we say? Well, what do the poker stars people say? Everyone loves a chop pot. Okay. Ace is a friendly card there. There's two aces on board. They probably don't figure each other for having aces. And another 4. I'm winning anyway. Has a full house now. There's no way he checks it back this time. Mini Mall certainly isn't going to raise him here. She may call with Queen High. She did. I've seen worse. Whoa, look at my mouse. Ban deals. Ban deals. I didn't... There's actually another break. Another freaking break. There's been 3 breaks, maybe 4 breaks in the midst of this final table. 10. I'm trying to get through this. We're almost there. 1 million. But there's the call. Pair of 10s is just too much to fold. There's no way. Well, she does slow down here to her credit. She knows that there's just no reason to... Surprised by that check back. I would have thought for sure that's a value spot. But she knows that if he can call the turn, he's going to call on the 3 of diamonds river. You know, you got to actually observe the board texture before you think about bluffing. She needs a 10. I'm winning anyway. Just doesn't need anything really right now. Jack works too. He doesn't need another club, I know that much. He does make the call. Another 8. Mini Mall with Jack High. Easy win. Oh boy. Started out with disconnection, but it was the shortest disconnection in the history of mankind. Eight. There is a certain sense of predictability and familiarity when it gets to heads up. Jack, oh my goodness. Mini Mall just not going your way right now. At this point, Mini Mall is probably trying to just console herself with the fact that 81,000 is second place money. There's not much difference between third, second, and first, honestly. I mean, poker used to be like first place. Like if we say that the first place is 105,000, second place 55,000, third place 30,000, fourth place like 24,000, fifth place 21,000, sixth place 19,000. You know, like that. I complained to ACR, well, not to ACR, but about ACR in my videos, about the payout structure in the past, but they've actually made it very friendly and nowhere near as top-heavy. Even in... Oh my goodness! It's been fun. See you in the next one, guys. Hope you enjoyed this extremely long episode of America's Card Room OSS 187. I'm winning anyway. Congratulations on the win. $105,000, $15 to you. Mini Mall, $81,000, $28 to you. And I will see you again next up with it. I did check if they did a chop or not. They didn't. Ape Style Sunday PKO 2 OSS 233H is next up. See you when that drops, whenever it is. Probably tomorrow. I will be happy to be back. Hopefully that one doesn't take quite as long. Yeah. See ya. I was live streaming, by the way, and I didn't catch their countries on that one, so let me just take these off the board real quick in preparation. Oh, the hand's over? Okay. Bye.